Hey guys, this is Tina from Quantum Healing with Tina. I'm a Beyond Quantum Healing practitioner, spirit releasement therapist, and intuitive empath. And today we're here with Karen. Say hi.
Hi. I'm an intuitive Starseed healer, BQH practitioner, and clear channel and medium.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So today we have a really exciting energy update for you, an oracle reading.
Yes.
The way the cards came out were just too exciting not to share with you. They're so perfect. So, yeah. So the first card, this is all from the Starseed Oracle deck, which is...
Oh, it's the cutest deck. Beautiful.
It's the best. I just love it so much. I can't get away from it. It's so good, especially for right now. First card, weight of the world. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Is that right?
Yeah. Pretty.
Mm-hmm. So she's just floating because she let it all go.
Yes.
She's floating down the river.
She's not drowning in 2 inches of water.
No. But how heavy do a lot of us feel right now with trying to figure out what's going on, like digging for the truth, going down the rabbit hole? At least I'm guilty of that. I've been in the rabbit hole for weeks now.
Me too.
Really trying to figure out what's happening because there's so much disinformation and misinformation out there, and our minds want to grasp on to something in order to feel safe, and they want it, so they're reaching and grasping for this information to make us feel like some sort of security, to know what's actually happening. Like, and I just feel like it's like swimming through like all of this sludge, trying to find like that one little glimmer of truth or hope, you know. And here the water's just clear and she's floating and releasing that weight of the world. I mean, the world is so heavy right now. And
yes, it is.
it's important that we just stop and go back in and let it all go. Just let go of it, you know, just release yourself from it and allow yourself to relax and flow. And you gotta put up boundaries sometimes. I know it's really important for myself to have boundaries with the information because I can get lost in there. And
I got myself out of there.
yeah.
Yeah.
And feeling responsible for sharing information with people, the truths that I find are that are important, and feeling responsible for sharing that with people. It's funny because it's the second time in a week, I think, that I've gotten this card. And it says that this card is thanking you for caring so much. You want to build a better world and ease the road for others, and that's incredible. But the way you've been doing it is likely unsustainable. This isn't to say you should switch off the world's problems and become unconscious. Rather, it's a call to establish clear boundaries so you're not constantly taken out energetically. The planet needs you to be healthy, both physically and emotionally. So instead of digesting the news or reaching for your phone as soon as you wake up, you know, take that time when you wake up to really center yourself, to meditate, to take a bath, to go out in nature, take a walk, take a run, do whatever you do to bring yourself back to center and really release yourself from the weight of everything for a few moments before you dive right back in. That was my goal for today, and I failed, so I'm going to try to do better tomorrow. But I did eventually, like, I came out of the rabbit hole, I showered, I grounded, I went for a walk in nature, I talked to Dolores, and the funny thing is, as I was talking to her, I had the thought in my head, because she comes to me as a cardinal, and I had the thought in my head, can you sing for me, please? And literally as I was thinking it, the cardinal started singing. Like it didn't even wait till I was done.
Yeah, that was like my bird too.
Yeah, it was
They
so
just
cool.
like listen to you.
Yeah. Yeah, so I grounded and um, talked to spirit for a while. And yeah, released that anxiety and the weight of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was perfect for everyone because I know everyone's feeling that weight, no matter who you are or what's happening in your life collectively. Like we're all experiencing the same thing. So that was perfect. And then the second card that came out is the void.
Mm.
The void. Stop. Embrace winter, great cosmic womb. And I've been feeling for weeks now like we're at a 0 point. We're in the womb. Like we're in the darkness, right? And it's from this darkness that we create, that the light is born from the darkness. Without the darkness, there is no light. So I feel like we're in this really big space of creation right now in the cosmic womb, in with the feminine energy is coming in really strongly right now, and it has been since the beginning of the year. The divine feminine is really rooting into the earth right now, and I really feel like that energy is what's uprooting all of the darkness, because it's like coming in and pushing it all to the surface to be seen,
Yes.
which has happened on an individual level and for each of us, and collectively. It's just like everything's coming up to the surface to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, a lot of times in the void it can feel really dark and never ending and empty and unbalanced and unsteady.
Mm-hmm.
But the void is really where everything and nothing exists. It's where all life begins and ends. It's the winter and the womb, the fertile darkness where all things originate and all seeds grow. Right? Because when you think about seeds, you think they grow from the darkness. You
Mm-hmm.
bury them in the soil. They don't even get sunlight, but they still push themselves up to find the light from the darkness, which is really cool when you think about it. And the lotus too is such a huge symbol for rising through the mud from that darkness. Um, it can feel both overwhelmingly small and huge. The void is where faith lives, right? And how much faith do we need to have right now?
A
Like
lot.
that, a
You
lot.
have to have a lot. You have to channel all of whatever faith you have within yourself and hold it. A lot of trust too. It's hard to have
Faith.
trust when you can't see, or you have nothing to grasp on to, like, to guarantee your safety. You just have to trust that it's there, that you are safe, and
Mm-hmm.
everything is flowing. Just like the first card, you're just flowing.
Right. Surrendering.
Mm-hmm.
Surrendering into that flow, and just really holding the faith that it's all going to work out, that this is all like preordained and is happening on such a big level, you know,
Mm-hmm.
as above, so below. Like it's all meant to be as it is. And again, the message of the void is to surrender to the unknown. Allow the fertile darkness of nothingness to nourish the new seeds growing within you, regardless of whether you know what they'll one day become. Yeah. And that's difficult for humans because
Mm-hmm.
we
Yes, I
like to
know.
know.
But I'm also thinking about in our own personal growth too, like especially when I'm in healing, like when I'm feeling really dense and I'm feeling all the emotions coming up and old storylines and everything that we feel doesn't serve us, but they're all seeds inside of us just waiting to just come out and Yeah, you just evolve through that. They have to come out. Everything within you has to come out through the darkness.
Right, and that's how we heal not only
Mm-hmm.
ourselves but the world. Like we are
Mm-hmm.
being called collectively to go within right now and to heal what is within us so that we can contribute to the healing of the world.
Absolutely.
We can't heal anything outside of us. We can't help anything outside of us. Like the work is within right now, and we're being called to really go within, to surrender into the mystery of whatever comes up, whatever is next, individually and collectively. It's on all levels, and to really, I think it's interesting that this card is talking about the winter. Um, because although we're in spring right now, it
We're
feels
still in
like,
winter up here.
well, technically we're in spring, but
Yeah.
it's really feels like a winter because we're all stuck in the house,
Mm-hmm.
and not even allowed to go to the park, which is ridiculous. So yeah, it's like the collective darkness and the void, and really surrendering to that and what it's asking us to do, because nothing happens by accident. And right now is a time of huge release and huge healing for humans if you're able to go within and look at what's coming up inside of you, from within you, and surrendering to that and looking at it and healing it. Um, and to hand over your control and trust that just because you can't see what's happening beneath the surface, it doesn't mean things aren't at work. And what that makes me think of is, the whole Q thing and the Trump thing and the light versus dark, and everyone saying that this is all happening um, because there's big things going on, as far as child trafficking, as far as arresting cabal members and things like that, that there are things going on beneath the surface that we don't necessarily know about right now, but to have faith that, something bigger is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The greatest weavings happen when we find a way to surrender and trust that our life is being knitted for us. How
Knitted.
crazy is that? Knitted.
Interesting choice words.
Yeah, that word keeps coming up for
Yeah.
us. Knitting. Right beneath the surface in ways known and unknowable. Now is the time to cultivate faith and allow deep, deep rest. Yeah, rest for the soul and um, nourishing the self. Allowing yourself to rest when you need to, because there's so much going on energetically.
Mm-hmm.
So much. So much in the collective that you're probably feeling, so much within yourself, so much on all levels energetically. It's the light coming in is really intense right now. There's like solar storms and all kinds of stuff. We just had the big full moon and the portal. So, and although the void can feel really scary because it's unknown, we don't know what's going to happen next, but we're being called to really trust and have faith and surrender on a collective and individual level, and not have to be doing something. Because as humans, we have this drive to do. Like we feel like if we're not doing something, that we don't have value, that we're not worthy, that our doing is what makes us who we are. But this is asking us to come back into our beingness and understand that our beingness, just being, is enough. That you don't have to do anything more. You don't have to be anything more than you already are. You just have to be that. And that is all.
Exactly. That's a message that I got today from my galactic guides.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for me, like, well, when I compare myself to you, I mean, we both have different roles here right now. You're like more of an information receiver, and I'm so not a good information receiver. I don't get guided like you do at all. You're actually like my source of information. And yeah, I get too involved. Like I get really consumed by it, feeling it, and it lowers my vibration a lot. So I mean, like I was like, I remember like after that one night I was contemplating in bed, I was just like, I go, this is like a lot of information. I don't feel good about it. And I don't think I should be triggering myself the way that I have been by sharing information that I'm not comfortable doing, and having to deal with the backlash of it, or the potential of the backlash of what I'm trying to share. And yeah, what I got from that was I'm not supposed to be doing this. Exactly that. I'm not supposed to be sharing that. My role really is to just hold the light, because my involvement in it or in the information is lowering my vibration. We don't need that right now. So I have to kind of gauge myself in kind of like knowing a little bit, but not enough for me to get too consumed into it. So yeah,
Right.
it's a good role, because you're good at it. You're good at detaching. I can't. I'm not. I'm really like, oh no, not that. Like one more thing to worry about, and I can't do that to myself, and it's not healthy for me either. So yeah, I like my role. Hold in the light. So I'll hold
Yeah.
it for everybody who can't right now, like until you can do it on your own. I'll hold space for you. And yeah, shine bright like a diamond. Like,
I'm
this
bright
is,
like a diamond. Yeah.
yeah.
Anything that you do that doesn't make you feel good or makes you really uncomfortable in a bad way, because there is something to being uncomfortable and pushing yourself out of your box. But if it's lowering your vibration, especially right now, it's not a good idea. Like you need to bring yourself back. Like if you're drowning in this rabbit hole of information and getting upset with the information you're seeing, the truths that you're coming across, and it's not a good idea. Someone
Mm-mm.
like me, I can sift through all that information and detach from it without having the emotional response and without it lowering my vibration. I'm just built for that. Some people aren't. You have to know your role and how it affects you.
Yeah, I'm not built for that.
Yeah.
I'm really not. So I like my role now. I think that also goes with the
Well,
what's it
that goes
called?
with this card, Child
Yeah.
of the Cosmos.
Present.
Child of the Cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. I love this card. It's so beautiful. These came out in the perfect spread too. It was like release the weight of the world, surrender to the void. You are the child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. Shine bright like a diamond. Look at her chest.
Yes, ma'am. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And the month of April is the diamond month.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
birthstone.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, the intelligence of the universe. It's within each of us, and it will always be there. It's the part of you that informed every cell what to do when you were in your mother's womb. It's harder to resist this force than it is to surrender to it. It's easy to forget that this intelligence exists within us. So often we become disconnected from this pulse of life and fall into the pattern of believing that we're separate or feeling that we need to go it alone. We can feel isolated, as if we need to figure things out for ourselves, to rely on our own strength. You're being called to remember the intelligence that's within each and every one of your cells, to remember that you're a precious child of a loving, gentle universe. You have access to all of the intelligence, wisdom, strength, flow, and qualities there ever were, are, and will be. And to remember that if flowers know exactly when and how to bloom, then you do too.
Amen.
How, amen. How can you surrender more deeply to the intelligent flow of life? Again, surrendering. Surrendering. Floating in the universe and shining bright like a diamond. Keep your vibration up.
Yes.
Then this came out. Starbathing.
Okay.
Starbathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation.
I asked for that today. A star bath?
Did you?
Yeah. When I was feeling like the anxiety, like in the morning, I usually feel anxiety in the morning, and I asked again, I connected to my star family, and I said, please bathe me in the light of Sirius. I need a star bath.
That's awesome.
Mm.
Yeah, well, that's what's happening now is we are being activated. Our light bodies are upgrading. The crystal grid around Earth is being activated. We're receiving downloads and transmissions from the light. Our brothers and sisters of the light are so close right now.
They're here.
They're here.
I feel them. Like I don't even
Yeah.
have to really ask. I mean, like I know they're here. Like just holding that knowing, because like obviously like we want to be able to see them and feel them, but I mean, just knowing that they're there, it's going to be really easy to connect with them. All I have to do is just ask them to come in, and they're
I
there.
think that's important to explain to people because as humans, we have the misconception that it's supposed to be a certain way,
Mm-mm.
but
Just
it's
hold.
not.
No, just hold that knowing. That's all you need to do. It's really simple. Because like yeah, we want to see them, we want to feel them. It's as if like we're going to close our eyes and they're going to be right there. No, it doesn't happen like that. But I mean, like, if you really get to know yourself and get to know your body and how it feels like to be in your body, be in your energetic field, you know when something's added to it. It's just like on the contrary, like when you walk into a room and you feel that tension, you feel the energy of the tension, right? But it's the opposite, except it's so subtle because they're lighter. It's not dense. So that's it. Like you could feel it, and just even if you don't feel it right away, just hold that knowing that they're with you, and you ask for it, and they're there, just like we ask the angels.
Hmm.
You know.
And the more you sink into your body
Mm-hmm.
and relax into your body, it's important when you're trying to connect with your star family to be in the body.
Yes.
You're not going to be out floating around. You're going to be in the body so that you can feel them because you're going to feel the energy and it might just feel like a peaceful, loving energy that
Mm-hmm.
will like surround you and you'll just kind of bathe in it like star bathing. And you have to trust that they're there. Even if you can't feel them, even if you can't feel that yet, the more you practice, the more you will.
Yes.
Because it's really about how present can you be with yourself, you know,
Yes.
how in the body can you be present with yourself, feel your breathing, calm your mind, and trust that they're there with you. The second you
Mm.
call them, they're already there. And
Yes.
they're just waiting to connect with you. And you can talk to them in your mind through using telepathy. That's how they're going to communicate. And when they communicate back, it's going to sound like your own voice in your head. But it's
Yes.
not you.
No, it's
You
not.
have to trust that you are receiving the feedback, even if it's just a word or a phrase or a sentence or a feeling. They
Mm-hmm.
will answer you in some
Yes.
form. But you have to realize the difference in vibration from being in even just 5D to 3D, the difference is so much that that's why they can't like physically speak to you because it's
Right.
difficult to drop down in vibration. So it's kind of like you have to meet each other halfway. You raise your vibration by being present in your body and then come down halfway to connect with you and speak with
Yes.
you telepathically.
Mm-hmm. And really important also to you have to ask because we have free will. So
Right.
always ask.
Right. They cannot intervene without
Mm-mm.
your permission. So you
That's
have
right.
to ask. So ask them to come.
So
If
they're
you
just
want,
waiting. That's how they present themselves
yeah.
to me. They're just kind
And
of
they
waiting.
Yeah, and they get excited when you finally ask because they want to communicate with you. They want to be
Yeah.
of assistance. They're just waiting there, especially right now. The earth is
Yes.
surrounded right now by all these beautiful beings that want to assist us. Because the ascension of the earth doesn't just affect us and the earth, it affects the entire universe.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the beings that have karmic ties with Earth as well. And so that's some of what makes them invested in our ascension.
Yes.
Yeah.
They really want to help us ascend.
Yeah. Because when we ascend, they ascend. Just like when we heal, the Earth heals, you know. So the stars are constantly showering emanations onto the crystalline grid of Earth. When things are in balance, the planet also sends information back up to the stars. Many star seeds have come to Earth at this time to help shift the planet vibrationally, to activate the ancient codes of wisdom that humanity has forgotten. And all of that information is stored in the crystalline grid. So, we as star seeds and light workers are here to anchor in that light and to increase the vibration. And a lot of us are activators, which means you're activating the grid, you're activating like lands. Like you might be the activator of, oh my God, I got that message today when I was outside. When I was channeling the light from the sun through the earth, I saw the land just light up like a crystal grid.
Cute. That's really cool.
Yeah. So yeah, we're all strategically placed around the globe to be able to anchor in the light in those specific places on the grid and activate those parts of the grid. Oh, look at that. If you pull this card, you may be being called to begin working with the stars and the crystalline grid. Some people believe that the grid of Earth anchors divine cosmic frequencies onto the planet. You may be guided to journey to particular places on Earth to unlock these cosmic codes with your presence.
Haha.
There you go. You may also be interested in a practice called starbathing. Oh, you can download a starbathing meditation at www.starseedoracle.me. I'll put that in the the description. This card commonly arises because you're here to connect with the crystalline grid of Earth, either in your hometown or by traveling to other places without quite knowing why. It can also mean that your light body, the energy body in its highest form, is being activated. If this resonates, take things extra slow in order to integrate this change of vibration.
We're going to have to go on a road trip when the borders open.
Yeah. All of our light bodies are being activated right now. We're all upgrading to
Yeah, we are.
from carbon-based density to crystalline, just like the Earth. So imagine this card on the portal of your heart and repeat after me. I open myself up to receiving the wisdom of the crystalline grid beneath me. May the stars and the earth inform and heal me. And as they do, may it heal the earth too.
Beautiful.
I want to starbathe. I want to like lay in the field under the stars. Yeah.
Reminds me of that night that we went out into the darkness,
Yeah.
looking for ships.
Yeah. We saw a lot of them.
Yeah. And then we went to Walmart after.
Yeah. So the next card that came out was called Fall Into My Arms. Surrender again. Holding the opposite extremes of life.
Ooh. Nice.
And I just thought this was so perfect because, again, surrender, opposites and extremes. Like, everything is so extreme right now. Like,
everything.
This is the most extreme it's ever been. And we're really being shown how extreme it can get. And this is saying, just fall into my arms. It's going to be okay.
Trust, trust, trust.
Trust, trust, trust. Yeah. Yeah, and these are like angel wings.
Oh, how about that? It's like us with the angel wings.
Angel. We have to tell that story one day.
Yeah. Traumatizing story.
Yeah, we both have the same traumatizing story from kindergarten. Same story. Craziest thing. The Great Mother, again, Divine Feminine. The Great Mother ushered you in when you took your first breath, and she'll be there when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life can be, that being human can be lonely and confusing, that the polarity and separation can be excruciating when your soul remembers the oneness of Source. But at the same time, it can be incredibly glorious and sweet. So often we see things as either good or bad. When things go well, we make it mean that we're being rewarded. And when things are bad, then perhaps we've done something wrong. However, we're all here to expand and grow, and it's through the extremes of life that we do exactly that. You're being invited to welcome the highs and lows of the human experience, to let them initiate you more fully into life, the agony and the ecstasy, the beauty and the bitterness. How perfect is that right now?
Mm-hmm.
The Great Mother wants you to hand over your loneliness, worries, hurt, sorrow, fears, burdens, and doubts, to lay them on her altar, to fall fully into her arms, to remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. The more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more truthfully you can say, I've truly lived.
Oh my God. I really felt that.
I felt you feeling it.
I really felt that. I don't want to cry. Okay. That's great.
Yeah, these cards are so perfect. So imagine this on your heart. Repeat after me. I'm ready to embrace the extremes of my life.
I'm ready to embrace the extremes of my life.
I lay all that I'm carrying
I lay all that I'm carrying
onto the Great Mother's altar
onto the Great Mother's altar
and fall completely into her arms.
and fall completely into her arms.
Mm. Yeah. And you can always just take all of your worries and frustrations and doubts and send them down to the.
Mm-hmm.
She will take them for you and recycle them. Just allow yourself,
Ask.
of course.
Always ask. Everyone is so willing to do it for you. That's all I have to do too. Open up the crown and imagine the light coming in and the roots just going deep into her, and you just ask and she will, like, I just always envision her light just from the center coming through and then pulling all the density down as the light from source is coming and pushing it and giving it to her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, it really
immediate.
does work. And um, also, when you're connecting with your star family, be sure to open your crown so that they can connect with you. And all you have to do to open your crown is to have the intention to say it. I'm opening my crown. That's all. It's nothing fancy. Like, no.
And you don't have to worry again, too, like if dark things are going to come in. If you believe in that, then that is your reality. If you don't believe in that, just knowing that you're opening up the crown, you're connecting to source light, that's all it is.
Right. With the intention of only connecting with the highest vibrational light and resonance of unconditional love. Yeah, you don't
If
have to
you,
worry.
right, you just have to hold that knowing that you are connecting to that.
Yep. So the next card that came out was A New Earth.
Yay! Oh my God, I love that. That's where we're going. See, all that surrender, surrender, trust, 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 go into the unknown, allow the flow of life to carry you into the new earth.
It's happening. Keep holding the vision. It's
Yes.
happening. It's crazy.
Yeah, going into the void and the darkness, and you as the seed being planted, and then we're being birthed. That's where the mother comes in and ushers us into the new earth.
Yeah.
It's so perfect.
It's so perfect. I don't know where this card is in here. But it's crazy too, because just yesterday I posted almost this exact picture on my Facebook
Yes.
with the girl looking up at the earth. Yeah, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. I really feel that. Like, I really, really feel that it's happening. And I've really been able to remain calm and peaceful most of the time. I haven't even like woken up with that anxiety or even really felt that anxiety at all, which is strange.
That's
So that's
good.
why it is good. So yeah, I really deeply feel that we're on our way. Even with all the crazy stuff going on, I really feel that we're on our way. I feel like it's just a matter of how we're going to get there right now. But we are going to get there. And again, we just have to keep trusting that we are, because we're creating it, right? We're creating it. We're in the void. We're creating what we want. We're creating out of that darkness. We're using these destructive energies to create what we actually want. And that's why I thought this spread was just so amazing, because it's just everything that's happening right now. Everything. Releasing the weight of the world, the void, children of the cosmos, knowing that the intelligence of the universe lies within you, activation of the light body, falling into the arms of Mother Earth, surrendering again to the extremes of life and riding the waves, and then ending up at New Earth. So exciting.
It is exciting.
Don't give up now. You're closer than you think. I know it's hard to hold the frequency of a new age when it feels as if so much is crumbling and so many are losing faith. This is your sign that you're facing the right direction. You have a great gift in being able to see the potential of things before they exist. Oh my God, we were just reading that post about the prophecies yesterday and how we all have the ability to prophesize if we tap into those feelings that we have. You have a great gift. I said that. Tend to the new seeds. Again, seeds.
More seeds.
Yeah. Dream them into existence. Don't lose faith now. Keep your focus fixed. Planting new seeds and bringing about a shift of the ages is no mean feat. It requires extreme trust and a radical vision. If you pull this card, it's a reminder to have faith. Again, have faith. You chose to be here, to be part of this global shift, whether you're bringing it about through prayer and meditation or through working on a new project, job, or creation. Keep going. It's happening. Don't give up now. The world needs more dreamers like you, more people with hope in their hearts. The road ahead may not be plain sailing. Ushering in a new age in times of change never is. But you're being encouraged to remember that what you've been working toward for so long is almost here. Don't question now. Don't waver. Dig deeper. For if you do, in the not too distant future, you'll be able to sit back and watch all that you've so carefully planted and nurtured grow and bloom. Keep focusing on your dreams. You're closer than you think. How can you keep holding the vision?
Just hold the vision. Intention is everything.
Like, yeah, it's so perfect. I need to take a picture of this. So I pulled, and well, actually, I didn't pull them. They fell out of the deck. That was 6 cards already, but and it ended up being We the Hathors, Deep Love, Mother's Milk, Birth as a Portal. And again, there's the gateway, the portal. I don't know if any of you know the Hathors. I don't know too much about them, but this isn't the first time they've come up recently. Actually, Hara did a session with them, didn't she? Yeah. Yeah, another portal. But I know they're very loving beings. Birth, again, birth is a portal that ushers in new life. The Hathors are here to remind you that you're a child of the cosmic mother and you're being called to be held by her deep, never-ending love and embrace. It's almost the same as this fall into my arms, falling into the arms of the mother. This is a tender, nourishing card reminding you to receive the deep, deep love of the mother's embrace. The Hathors know that the journey on earth can be rocky and lonely, but you're being reminded to rest more deeply in the mother's arms. So reach out, ask for help. Everyone is just there waiting to help you, but you have to ask them. They're not just going to intervene. It's the law of non-interference that everyone has to abide by. This is a card of extreme potency, of femininity, again, divine feminine, of creation and of birth, birthing from that void of the mother's womb. We are birthing something amazing right now. And you're being called to mother yourself and others too, and surrendering to your sacred femininity, to create and surrender to your own creations. And it's not just females that have that sacred femininity. Males carry
We
that
all
too.
have it.
We all have it, right? When we balance that divine masculine and divine feminine within us, that's what we're being called to do right now. And for people that are more masculine, is accepting that divine feminine energy and allowing it in. Remember your place in the web of life and realize that the cosmic mother is watching you every step of the way. You may be going through a transition right now, moving from one way of being to another.
Amen. Yes. Yes, we
Yes,
are.
this is a year of transformation.
Yes.
So this is a reminder that you're cradled in a sacred container. You're more held than you can possibly imagine, and you have access to more love than your heart can bear. If you're struggling, you're being reassured that things will work out. Just open yourself up to receiving that divine love of the cosmic mother. Allow her in and let it stretch your heart. And you can say, I allow the deep love of the cosmic mother
I allow the deep love of the cosmic mother
to wash over me.
to wash over me.
I'm loved.
Say that again. I couldn't hear you.
I am loved.
I am loved.
I am held.
I am held.
Yeah. And then this came out with the Hathors. It's called Earth School. Life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning.
Higher learning. Yes.
Soul growth, yeah.
That's what it feels like. I'm just expanding. Constant expansion.
Yeah, we are expanding really quickly right now. Do you notice like time seems like it's speeding up and going so fast?
Yeah. I can't even keep up.
Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like everything's happening so fast, and um, yeah, this is about planet Earth and the initiation for the soul and life lessons. Um, and this is important too. It talks about how they're not one-time lessons, but it's a spiral, and how we keep coming back to the same theme over and over again on that spiral.
I know my spiral.
Yeah. And I'm peeling that onion. But the lessons aren't only about getting it right, they're also about getting it wrong. Remembering the Earth is a planet of polarity helps with this. Each year, the study deepens more and more. If you pull this card, you're going through a difficult time. You're being prompted to remember that your soul came here to grow and learn. Try not to look at difficult times as getting it wrong. Instead, see them as opportunities for soul growth. Right? And that's individually and as a collective. Like, on the surface, everything just looks awful right now, right? But we have to find opportunities for how our soul expands through these times, and the opportunities for growth through difficult times. We don't grow when things are easy, like it doesn't happen that way. Things always have to be difficult for humans to actually start to get it, to wake up and be like, oh, maybe I need to look at that. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening on Earth. You may also be called to embark on a new area of study or growth. If you're having difficulties in a relationship, you're being reminded that these are opportunities for soul growth. After all, relationships are known as the #1 way that we grow as souls while we're here on Earth. How are you being called to grow or learn? What do you think about that?
We're just growing. I don't know. That's all I know is coming in and facing myself all the time.
All the time.
All the time. It's never even about the other person or the experience. It's always about what's coming on inside of you.
Well, right,
I
that's it.
I don't even question anymore. Like, I always look at the reflection or what's mirroring back to me and triggering me, for example. And I always have to come back inside and ask myself why. It's always immediate why. Leveling up all the time.
Leveling up. Yeah, this is such a beautiful spread.
Right. And with everybody being at home and everything, yeah, you're being faced with your relationships because you're with them now all the time.
So, releasing the weight of the world, setting boundaries with what you allow in your field right now. Letting go of some of that stuff. Creating in the void, embracing the winter. Embracing the darkness right now. Stopping, getting still. Creating. Light body, crystal grid transmissions and activations. Starbathing, connecting with your light, family of light. Star family. falling into the arms of Mother Earth, allowing her to embrace you and assist you, holding the extremes, and a new earth.
What a great
Yay.
finale.
I know. Holding that vision for new earth. New earth now. We're going to get there. And then
Yes.
also, you know, not just the love of the Mother Earth, but just the cosmic mother, the divine feminine, and asking the Hathors for love if you're struggling. Also, again, surrendering into that deep love and birth as a portal. We're in those like incubation stages right now in the womb. And then soul growth, allowing yourself to grow through difficult times, seeing them as opportunities for growth. Should we pull one from Sacred Rebel and see what comes out? Or Oracle of E? Let's see. These are cute. I haven't done one of these in a while. So sticking out. Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows everywhere.
Yay.
I knew you would
I
like
love that. I love that a lot. Okay.
that. Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows everywhere. 38. That's 11,
And
right?
11. Yes.
Yay!
I'm like, yes.
That's exciting.
That's a great number.
Oh, I
38.
love that.
Yes, and I'm turning. No, I'm not. I'm not. Oh, that's next year. I was talking about that for next year. Never mind. Tangent.
5.
35 again.
Yeah. You have every reason to skip, to hop, and to leap with joy. Optimism is the only reasonable choice because everything else is an illusion.
Yes, it is, people.
It's just a ride. Hope is the only thing that matters because it points to the inevitable. The glass is not only half full, as Psalm 23 says, it runneth over. Oh my God, that's such a good one.
That's a good one.
Yay.
I love all those cards. That
These
was
are
a really
cute.
good one. These are really good messages.
That was a really good place to end, but I really want to pull another one.
Magic card. Bonus.
Bonus.
Bonus card.
Whoop.
Who's that?
Head games.
What does that mean? Like, I like the lollipops and rainbows.
I know. I think when that popped, I was thinking like the manipulation in the media and what's happening globally right now. Like
They're head
with
games.
our heads. They're messing with our heads. It's
They
a
are.
war on our consciousness. That's
Yeah.
what's happening right
Well,
now.
yeah. Yeah, because they're triggering your ego. And the ego, if it's not integrated or living in a state of fear, it's going to fall for it.
Yeah.
It's going to fall for it.
Yeah.
It's going to be complacent. It's going to be everything that we're doing now. Prisoners.
Yeah. The trouble with smart people, and yes, that means you, is that they occasionally have a tad bit of difficulty surrendering to the big guy. They want to analyze everything, figure everything out, go from A to B to C to D ad nauseum. So, here's all you need to know about this. Sometimes it's better to let go.
All right. Same theme, everybody. Yes.
Oh my God, that was the first card. Let it go. And we
Let it
ended
go.
with
Would
let
let
it
it
go.
go. Full circle.
Full circle. Yay. See, it was meant to be.
And it was an 11 card too, so was
Yeah.
it? No.
No, that one was 9.
Forget it. I'm done. 9, still a good number.
Oh, that was so good. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let us know in the comments
Yes.
how you're feeling and if you resonated with any of that. I can't wait to share this video because I feel like that was such a perfect. Spirit amazes me every time with these cards. I
Mm-hmm.
remember years ago thinking like, how can that work? Like, like how does that work? And
We're
like it
so
didn't
in
make
it.
sense to my
Yeah,
rational mind. But it's amazing. It does work.
it does. It's so amazing how it communicates with you. It just gives you everything that you need.
Did you ever try like it's called bibliomancing, where you open a book
Mm-hmm.
and just see where you land and see what kind of message you
Every
get?
time. Every
Try
time.
that. Let's try that with this
Bonus.
bonus number
Bonus 2.
2. If anybody made it this long, I doubt it.
It's
But
okay. This is for us.
superhero.
Okay.
Right now, you've got superhuman strength. The truth is, you always do, but most of the time, you don't need it. Why bother? Everything's rocking along just fine. You are about to learn just how cool, how strong, how amazing you really are.
Great. And I just said that to the kids before we went to bed too. I was like, we gotta sleep because we're superheroes and we gotta we gotta
Oh,
we gotta shine tomorrow.
that. Let's see, one
So
more.
there you go. One more.
Mm. Everything, baby steps, number 5. Everything is baby powder fresh right now. It's new, it's exciting, and of course, you're not quite sure how it's going to work out. You're not supposed to. It would ruin the surprise.
Wouldn't it?
But go ahead, take that first step. All great quests have got to begin somewhere.
Number 5.
Yeah,
That's a good number too. What was the other number before that?
36, 31, 31.
30.
Yeah, well, that's all we got for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Let us know in the comments. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit the little bell for notifications so you don't miss
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Sending you guys so much love. So much. We're going to get through this together, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.